you're in North or South Carolina or anywhere else in the world, enter the Cat Cave with D. White and Shannon Smith, a part of the Keep Pounding Podcast Network, powered by the Fans First Sports Network, where you can find shows such as Winning the Division, hosted by NFL alum Ben Troop, along with my play cousin Ryan Smith, who also hosts Inside the Vault. Do not forget to get on the Believe Network and go watch Believe Panthers with the founder of Tobacco Road Sports Radio's YouTube channel, Desmond Johnson, and the all-time leading rusher in Carolina Panthers history, Jay Stu, Jonathan Stewart. Welcome to the Cat Cave, coming at you on a Friday, because, of course, we had to celebrate Christmas. Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully you'll have a Happy New Year. Looking forward to great things in 2026. I'm your host, Shannon Smith, a.k.a. Podcast Smitty, holding down Western North Carolina. And I got my man, the Beast, from the Northeast, North Carolina, Pasquotank County's own, D. White. My brother, how you doing? Did you have a good Christmas?
I did, man. I did. I worked. Can't be too mad. Got to make some money. And my girls, they had a great Christmas. So that's all I could ask for. What about yourself?
Oh, I had a good Christmas, man. I actually had Christmas off work Christmas Eve. So that's cool. But had Christmas Day off, had a great time with the family, had a great time watching some basketball, had a good time watching some football as well, too, for the pros, in anticipation for this coming Sunday. But, hey, y'all, we are here to talk Panthers football. And y'all, I'm going to tell you what. I've been doing this podcast for close to 3 years now. Third season going. And me with this man right here, very first season, the Carolina Panthers are number one in the NFC South. Look, y'all, I don't know how to feel right now. I'm kind of getting acclimated. I'm getting a little comfy right now because, when we've been doing this podcast, we've kind of been low on the totem pole, been low. But there's been gradual growth, going from winning 2 games to 5 games. And now, y'all, first in the NFC South, first time in a long time, y'all. This is incredible. I'm enjoying this. This is awesome. D, how you feeling, my man?
I am grateful. The team's been blessed. We've been blessed. Willie Smith, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year to you as well. It's like we followed the Lions blueprint, man. We came up similar to them now. We got some influential players. It's a blessing, man, to literally see a team that a lot of people say is the worst division in the NFL come from the literal bottom to now we're number one in the NFC South, possibly playing for playoff spot, seeing if we can get to, some January games and stuff like that. It's amazing to see, man. I love it. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. What you think?
Whew. I'm going to tell you what, man. It was wonderful to see. It's been great. Yo, shout out to Willie, my play cousin. That's my other play cousin right there next to Ryan Smith right there. Willie, he's usually watching every time we're online. Willie, appreciate you for that right there. Let's stack 2 more wins to make the push into the playoffs. Yes, sir. I absolutely agree. But, man, it's been great seeing the growth. Like, once again, seeing the growth from the squad, seeing the growth. You appreciate winning only 2 games years past and winning 5 games years past. You appreciate that time going into a possibility of making a run to the top of the NFC South and then also making a run to the playoffs for the first time in a while. It is wonderful to see. It is great to see. And I'm looking forward to that. But now, we're talking about where we are now, as of right now. We got to talk about how we got there. And that happened on Sunday. Charlotte, North Carolina. Our Carolina Panthers came back. It looked dismal. It did. But I'm gonna tell you what. That second half, whoo, whoo. That second half, man. Tale of two halves there once again. Carolina coming away with the win, 23-20 at home, going to 8-7, dropping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 7-8, and Carolina in the next two games they're very, very pivotal. But we're going to talk about that right now. Of course, they found a way to beat Baker Mayfield, which is one of the big things. See, Baker's been he's been chirping a little bit this year. Talking about how Carolina gave up on him, the Steve Wilkes thing. I understand. I get it. Baker has came a long way as well, too. I get it. Steve Wilkes coming back saying, hey, look, I didn't have any say in what happened to you. I was interim coach at that time. I had no say.
You asked for a release.
Right.
Get your fuel how you need it, but I get it.
Right. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. Anything to fuel the jet, to keep it going. I understand that. No hate, no disrespect at all. But fall into these Buccaneers time and time again, looking like they're resurging. And this game right here was very, very important. Our guys needed this game. They found a way to get past Baker and the Bucs. First place in the NFC South right now. And we'll be seeing Tampa Bay, last game of the season. We'll be seeing them there. But this is the thing. And we'll talk about the next game later. But I got to say, the way that this game looked, can we talk about the quarterback position? Can we talk about the quarterback position? Can we talk about the quarterback position? Bryce Young, 21-32, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. Was only sacked twice. 102.5 passer rating and a 72.4 QBR. We got to talk about this quarterback play. Got to talk about it here. Roy McMillan, good game as well too. 6 catches, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. Wonderful job. Jalen Coker, ooh. He stepped up clutch as well too. That 34-yard scatter that he had with the football. Catching Mitchell Evans at the tight end position. Had a catch from Xavier Legette. Rico Dowdle also was in there. Jatavian Sanders and that touchdown. Back in the end zone. What a find that was right there for Bryce Young. You know what? I got my opinions on the quarterback position. I want to hear what you're saying. I want to hear what you have to say just watching this game because I got some thoughts to take away from that. So go ahead and hit me with yours first.
That is some number 1 draft pick type of play. The escapability, the calmness, the confidence to still look down the field. Yeah, he could have ran, got a few yards, but him being all the way 5'9", 5'10", still able to look down and get the ball to a wide open Jatavian Sanders. But I mean, I'm just so we're in the spirit of giving, right?
Yes, sir.
So as much as I love Bryce, and he deserves all of his flowers, it is so amazing that the Panthers gave us actual people that can complete the plays that Bryce is initiating. I mean, no shade whatsoever. We got Jalen Coker looking like a legit wide receiver number 2. We got T-Mac, Roy McMillan. We got him as our number 1 as a rookie who is only let me do my calculations, 76 yards away from his first 1,000-yard season. We got Rico Dowdle at 1,007 yards rushing. He only needs 70-some yards to complete an incentive to get some extra million. We got Bryce, 2,691 yards on the season, 2 games left. his last few games, what was it? His last 6 games,
Mm-hmm.
no interceptions.
Yes.
He has people catching the ball. Mitchell Evans looks amazing as a rookie. McMillan looks amazing. Lee Getz he's still coming along, but he's had some flashes. Coker, Jimmy Horn, man, Bryce with weapons is a dangerous man,
Yes. Yes.
and it's you can't give him enough credit for how he bounced back from the benching from the rookie year disaster. Bryce deserves all this credit. He deserves all the flowers he's been getting, plus more. We just we've been down so much that people just always doubting him. But this year you can't. You can't doubt Bryce. Bryce has been the reason we've won games. Bryce has been the reason why we've been in games.
Yes.
So, I mean, if we talking quarterback play, clearly, to me, Bryce outplayed Mayfield.
Yes.
So, I mean, Bryce didn't throw an interception.
Nope.
Bryce took 2 sacks. Mayfield took 2 sacks.
Yep.
I mean, Bryce played like the cerebral Alabama quarterback that he is. I'm not gonna say was, because he still is. Yeah. He played that, and it was amazing to see. We're all lucky. We're blessed to have Bryce as our quarterback, because even if it's his 3rd season in, he's still 24 years old.
Yes.
And he has his whole career ahead of him to get better, and you're seeing it now.
Yes.
That's my 2 cents. Let's say your answer now. I'm intrigued.
Now, what I saw out of Bryce that I've not seen, he has gotten progressively better, yes. But the vision downfield has been what I've liked. The fact that he's stepping up, throwing the ball with confidence. The fact that he is improvising with his feet. He's making defenses think twice. Because, of course he can scamper. Of course he can get away. Of course he can get your extra yards. He got 20 yards rushing in the game off 4 carries. He was able to get away. Very, very nice. I like that. But when he threw that ball to Mitchell Evans like that, when he threw that ball to Jatavian Sanders, improvised off of that and flipped that ball to him, and no one was around him, I said he's okay. I said he is okay. That man is okay. They got him a line, a makeshift line on top of that too, because this isn't the starting line that the Panthers have. This is not the starting line. They're pulling the guys from the bench, and they're coming together, and they're playing with a common cause on that offensive line. Only allowed 2 sacks in that game. Only allowed it. And Tampa Bay's defense is not a bad defense at all. They don't have a bad defense. I really feel like in this game, they their offense kind of left them on an island in certain spots, and they were able to exploit that. The running game was able to exploit that. But with Bryce, his vision downfield, the way that he commanded that huddle, the way that he was checking off of receivers, little stuff that he's doing right now that he's making it look effortless. Little stuff that he was not doing 2 years ago, 1 year ago. He's doing that now in year 3. Also, too, can we give it to the coaching? Dave Canales calling the plays. First year play calling this year. He's calling plays this year. So I like what's being said. I know they talked about Dave Canales, the quarterback whisperer. I believe he has a lot to do with it. I do believe that, but yet and still, let's not overlook Bryce's actual talent. Young man won a Heisman Trophy, played at a premier program in college. We're not talking about that now. We're talking about his 3 years. He's removed from those 3 years at Alabama. He's removed. 3 years removed from it. Now he's starting to show his prowess as an NFL quarterback. And yes, the weapons that he's got, the personnel that he's got, the people that he has around him, they're trusting each other. He is being a leader, which is another thing. At second half, he was talking to him. His interview at the end of the game, how he gave top billing to his offense, to everybody on that offense, everybody in that huddle, everybody on the team. This is what you need out of your quarterback, and they're getting that out of him. And that's what I like. The leadership has been big for him.
Definitely.
And he's being vocal. He's not being too quiet. He's not getting too frustrated. He's bouncing back. The rubber man. The rubber band man. I like it. He's doing that. Willie once again coming through. BY9, small but mighty. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Willie. But give it to Bryce. He's played very, very well at the quarterback position. Give it to the coaching. Dave Canales, wonderful job. The running game, 101 yards between 4 rushers. They're starting to look at the running game a little bit, and this is one thing that I understand Tampa Bay was doing: ground the offense, ground that running game. But then you got beat by a third-year quarterback. You got beat by the passing game. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Don't let Carolina be a dual threat on the offense. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing this. Don't do it. Especially in the clutch, which is what happened. So I'm gonna go to the special teams, of course. Fitzy doing it yet again. I don't know if they can give a kicker a Rookie of the Year award. I don't know. But the way that Fitzy is done as a rookie, I like it. Wonderful job, Fitzy. But let's go to the defense. Let's go to the defense. You know what I noticed about this Carolina defense?
What's that?
They stopped the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mike Williams, Mike Evans, back. Listen, I know Mike Evans probably going to go to Hall of Fame. He might go to Canton, I'm sure. Meka Ibuka, he's nice. He's nice. He's gotten hurt a little bit, got a little banged up. Bucky Irvin came back. But yet and still, Ibuka only had 1 catch, and that was the 40-yard grab that he had. That was scary. It was. And then Mike Evans getting one of the key touchdowns in the game. Okay. 5 catches, 31 yards. But other than that, Godwin had 30. They held him to 145 yards receiving. The coverage has gotten very, very good. Getting to the quarterback. Yes. Let's talk about this coverage a little bit. What you think about that, D?
I mean, I'm going to agree with what Willie said. There was a point in the game where Tampa offense made a play and the Panthers defense looked like they got mad and locked in and locked it down. I agree. 100%. The team got mad. It's like this game they were playing for not only the postseason, but playing for respect.
Yes.
Mike Jack, he did a good job rebounding after the first touchdown with Mike Evans. He did great. JC, obviously, he shuts his side of the field down. So, I mean, come on, you can't take it away from that man. That's why he's a Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nick Scott, 9 tackles.
Yeah.
Cherilus, 6. Trevon Merrick, 5. Roseboom, 3. And those just solo tackles. I mean, this team is playing great. The team I don't want to say locked them up, but it was more of you're going to have to earn everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the team did give up a few of them, a few good throws by Baker. You got to take that. It's Mike Evans, it's Chris Godwin. I mean, Emeka Egbuka, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take it. They got great players. They got a great quarterback still. But for them to lock up that much is impressive, especially for a team that nobody saw us being here at all. Now, Baker and Mike Evans, they've had that relationship to where you already know that's number 1 receiver, that's favorite receiver, that's your biggest threat on the field. He was targeted 9 times and got 5 of them.
Of course.
Egbuka targeted twice and got 1. Godwin targeted 6 and got 5.
Mhm.
Everybody else, 2 targets for Cade Otton, 2 for
Mhm.
Rashad White, 3 for Jalen McMillan, 1 for Tez Johnson. I mean, you already know where the lion's share is going to. And I think the Panthers did a pretty good job of locking it up. So, I mean, all the credit goes to the defense. Like they won in a shootout.
Definitely.
I mean, Mike Jack, um, Horn, Merrick, Ransom, of course.
Mhm.
Them boys did good. They locked down, they focused, they got the job done against a team that's one Hall of Famer, a possible future Pro Bowler, and I mean, I don't want to say Chris Godwin's not a Pro Bowler because he can be a Pro Bowl player, but you got some pretty good players, and they played their asses off.
Yes.
So, I mean, credit to them for going against a tough ass team that everybody just expected them to just run through the division anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone's seen that. It was Tampa Bay's division to lose. And
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. Coming into the beginning of the season, I get it with the way that Tampa Bay was, but they hit the wall. They had injuries. They had some things happen to them that were unforeseeable. They were looking like a machine first half of the season. They were. Carolina was up and down, but this is what happens when you don't close the deal. When injuries happen in the league, we all have injuries, we do. But it's next man up every single time. He's been a pros. We hold our guys accountable for it. Other teams hold their guys accountable for it as well too. So injuries happen. It's part of the game. You get through it. In Tampa Bay, I got to give credit where credit is due. They got through it as much as they could. Bucky Irvin did come back in the game. He didn't do really much in this game running the football. Rashad White has been the guy's kind of like the same old story with Carolina. With Chuba and Rico Dowdle. You had one guy taking the majority of the carries. Other guy got hurt. Then you're like, okay, this guy's done this for us, but this guy's the hot hand. What are you gonna do? Because you got to make everybody happy at the end of the day, but also too, you got to do what's good for the team. So Tampa Bay's had to do that. They were in the crossroads. Booker got hurt as well too. Mike Evans got hurt too. So those guys got hurt at the right time, but they're coming in, and it's towards the tail end of the season. These guys play together. Some of them have, some of them haven't. But with Carolina, with the new guys that are being put together, these young guys getting together and actually doing what they're doing, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, fellas, what are you going to do? They kept you in this. You're here. What are you going to do? And they stood and they delivered. And there's some guy, I got to say, that stood and delivered as well, and that's Lathan Ransom. Lathan Ransom last week. We talked about it on last week's episode. Was that questionable? Was that called questionable? Absolutely. Were you at fault for that? Not all the way. Could both of those sliding penalties be called differently? Absolutely. But there was no way to discount or discredit what Lathan Ransom did to seal the game. You're okay with us, Lathan Ransom. It's all right. Mistakes happen. Things happen. But you, my friend, you came through. And the Cat Cave is thankful for you because, man, what a read. What a read that was. Very good, first and foremost, very good on the defense closing in on Baker Mayfield. Very good. Derek Brown and Nashawn Robinson and Merrick, those guys closing in on Baker Mayfield, causing the blitz, breaking it down. And then Lathan Ransom coming through. And he made that interception, sealed the game. Wonderful. Very good job all around as a team. Very good job defense. Very good heads up play there for Lathan Ransom. Very good job Bryce Young at the quarterback position. Carolina, number 1, NFC South. What a time, fellas. What a time. What a time. Now, next order of business. Carolina, has got a very, very tough task this coming week. The Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, they are coming into town. Got to take that plane ride into Charlotte and play Carolina at home. Last home game of the season. Carolina can have an opportunity to go ahead and just lock it up this week. You have an opportunity to lock it up. And next week will be, it could be the lock it up. It could not be. But this game right here is very, very important. And of course, I don't know what it is. Back-to-back quarterbacks that have been Carolina Panthers before. We got Sam Darnold out there. Sam Darnold having a second childhood right now with the Seattle Seahawks. That offense on paper is incredible. They're coming in 12-3, leading the NFC West. They got an offense on their hands and a pretty considerable defense as well, too. Tail of the tape. Carolina all-time series record 9-4. It belongs to the Seahawks. Last meeting, the Seahawks beat the Panthers 37-27. That was in 2023, September 24th, beginning of the season. Yeah. In 2023, last week, they had that wonderful shootout with the Rams, 38-37. What a game that was. And it ended in overtime. This season, we talked about this, D. I believe we talked about this, D. It's been any given Sunday. This has been the year that has been any given Sunday. Kansas City out of it. Ravens out of it. Squads that we figured were going to be running amok this year. Some of those guys you will not see in January. And that's going to be odd. Not seeing those teams in January that we figured that we would be seeing. So if that is anything at all that gives Carolina any type of hope, were we supposed to be seeing Carolina even being in talks of being in January this year? The answer is no. To others, the answer is no. We believe here. We believed here. We believed. But now they have an opportunity to do it. Sam Darnold is going to want to throw the football. JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, has been having a monster year at receiver. The offense looks very, very fast and very, very vertical. But you know what, man? I'm telling you right now, if there's one thing that this Carolina defense has done, is show up against teams they were not supposed to show up against. Talk to the Rams. Talk to the Cowboys, the Packers. Talk to those guys. Talk to them. Carolina has showed up. Jackson Smith and Jigba versus J.C. Horn. Intriguing matchup. This is going to be interesting. D, tell me, what are you expecting to see out of this Panthers offense?
I'm expecting them to test the run. You got the dual running backs. I mean, obviously you want to throw it. Bryce is on a little bit of a heater. You want to throw it. You want to push the pace. But they've been saying we're a run-first team all year. Against those teams, those games we weren't supposed to win, we gashed them running the ball. So I'm expecting us to do similar and run this football, and let's control the time of possession. You don't want to give them a whole bunch of time to score. You don't want to give them a whole bunch of opportunity, because Sam Darnold, as it stands, according to Fox Sports, has 33,703 yards. They have 879 as their leading rusher with Kenneth Walker III. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 1,637 yards. We still got 2 games left. Don't give them time of possession. Control that. Pace yourself. I get you want to throw it. I get you want to try to beat them up top. You got T-Mac. You got Xavier Legette that can, torch them. However, their offense, they might not be world beaters to some people, but they're going to put up a fight to the point that we don't want to be in a shootout 2 weeks in a row against a team that's capable of throwing the ball. What's their average? 354.9 yards a game. That's their average yards per game. We don't want to be in a shootout with a team that could bomb us. So my thing is control this time of possession. Run the ball. Don't be stubborn with the run and pass, but run the ball. And for the love of God, don't let Smith and Jigba get too far downfield, because we all know it's probably not going to be many people on our defense that's going to catch him. Don't let him get behind you. If you need to play one high, two, whatever, Sam Donald's not really great against zone. He's not that great against zone. That doesn't mean we need to give him the opportunity to do anything. So keep one back, quarterback spot, whatever you need to do to watch Smith and Jigba. That's the target. That's the Mike Evans of this week.
Mm-hmm.
Watch that man. If Mike Jack gets his hands full, because I don't know if I get why they're doing it, why JC stays on one side of the field, but if JSN is too much for Mike Jack, I know they're going to be too stubborn to put JC Horn on him. So don't let Mike Jack be in a freaking hole. Don't put him behind the gun and give him an opportunity to get beat. Give that man some help against JSN. Control this line of scrimmage and run the ball. Those are the 3 things I'm looking for.
I like it, because we do have to ground the Seattle offense, because they are a very, very vertical offense. They like to pass the football. Mm-hmm. A.J. Barner is another guy that I'm looking at the tight end position underneath. Still, although he may not be what he was in years past, Cooper Kupp as well too underneath. Zach Charbonnet in the backfield. Kenneth Walker III still there, but Zach Charbonnet has been doing a little bit more on that offense running the football. They're a fast offense. They've got weapons. They are scary. However, on the defensive side of the ball, one thing that Carolina has done that I've been very, very happy about is that they've gotten after the quarterback. They've been able to get there. That's been one of the Achilles heels of the Carolina Panthers, is that they couldn't rush the quarterback. They couldn't disrupt the quarterback. And yes, Willie, ghost for Sam Darnold. You never know. The ghosts may come. The thoughts may come back, because he had to learn when he was in Minnesota, playing that Rams squad in the playoffs. It was ugly. You saw shades of the old Sam Darnold out there. So I'm hoping that's what we see out of Sam Darnold, is ghosts from years past. That New York Jets Sam Darnold that we have seen. But I think he has graduated. I think he's gotten better. But one thing's for certain also, too. Derek Brown's got to get into the gap. Derek Brown's got to play his football game on that line. He has to. Christian Roseboom over the top. They got to get in the face of Sam Darnold. They got to get to him. That's the main thing. You get to the quarterback. You get to him. He'll get happy feet disrupted. That ball come out not so tight. That spiral might not come out so tight. That's going to bail out Mike Jack. That's going to bail him out, as he has a very, very tough task this week when it comes down to coverage. That's going to help him out. Getting to that quarterback is going to help him. It's going to help JC. It's going to help Roseboom, Trayvon Merrick. It's going to help those guys out because Roseboom got to the quarterback this week. He got there. Nick Scott also too. He's gotten there, and he's been our guy that's just been racking up tackles. He's been collecting them. He's been getting his. Had his way on the defense. That's what Carolina's got to do. Get to that quarterback. Get to Sam Darnold. Disrupt him.
I can tell you, we're going to be a little hurt this week, though. Trevor Wallace is out for the rest of the season.
That's right. Yes. And that hurts. That really does hurt. So definitely, we got to get pressure. Got to get pressure. Get him off the spot and blitz. Get him to start seeing the ghosts. Willie Smith, that's what he's been saying to us. Been active this whole episode. But we got to get to the quarterback. Everything else, I believe, will fall into place if that does happen. But y'all, 1 o'clock, Sunday, December 28th. We will see the Panthers in action against the Seattle Seahawks. We are getting closer. This game right here, Carolina does it. That's the NFC South, everybody. That'll be Carolina's key in the door. With this win here, if they're able to get it done, y'all, let's get loud, let's get rowdy. Let's do this because Carolina, they deserve it. They've came from 2 games to 5 games, 8 games, exceeded expectations this year. But this isn't where it's at. This ain't the ceiling. This ain't it. Let's get past that. Let's get into January football. Let's do this. Thank you for joining us here on the Cat Cave for one more week. Thank you for doing it for us, y'all. You may now exit the Cat Cave for more. Make sure you're tuned in to Backward Sports Radio's YouTube channel. Make sure you're here on the Keep Pounding Podcast Network, powered by the Fans for Sports Network, for more of the Cat Cave. For D. White, I'm Shannon Smith. Let's go Panthers.
Pounding.